On the subject of economic stimulus, J. Bradford DeLong says, "We should do more and keep doing more until inflation measures tell us that we have done enough and that demand is sloping over into higher inflation rather than higher employment." By the end of this video, you'll know who's getting a second stimulus check from government, what the $600 stimulus income limit is, and even some additional information about the second stimulus checks in 2020 that broke as I was writing this script. For the best personal finance content, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to be notified when I post a video every Friday. What's up and welcome to Smart Money. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the $600 stimulus check. Let's jump right into it. Congress finally managed to work together to pass a $900 billion economic relief package late Monday night. This is exciting to many people, as this means many Americans will receive a second stimulus check from government. However, it's not the amount that people might have hoped for. BBC.com informs that the United Kingdom pays citizens who are unemployed due to the worldwide illness 80% of their earnings up to £2,500, roughly $3,350 a month for no less than 3 months. NBC News reports that Canada is giving Canadians who find themselves unemployed due to the worldwide illness 2,000 Canadian dollars, about $1,400 a month. And the United States, the richest nation on earth, is giving its citizens a $600 check. That's half of the $1,200 Americans were given back in April of 2020. So when will you get this $600 stimulus check? And who qualifies for it? We'll talk all about that shortly. But before we get into it, many hours of research went into making this video. If you can click the like button for the YouTube algorithm and help me reach my goal of 50 likes, it would really help the channel. Also, remember to subscribe and click the notification bell so I can help you with financial and economic concepts every week. When will the $600 stimulus check arrive? Though the $600 stimulus check isn't quite as much money as people would have hoped for, some money is better than no money at all. But will the second stimulus checks in 2020 take as long as the first did to go out? Every indication tells me that it shouldn't. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin said that the $600 stimulus check should hit bank accounts early next week. There are a few assumptions that need to be made on this statement. The first is that early next week means Monday, December 28th or Tuesday, December 29th. If you're watching this video after December 29th, let me know if his assertion was accurate in the comments. The second assumption is that you're signed up to receive your income tax refund through direct deposit. If you received your $1,200 stimulus check through direct deposit, then you'll certainly receive the $600 stimulus check the same way. What's the income limit on the $600 stimulus check? Unfortunately, though the $600 stimulus check isn't as much as most people hope for, some will even get that much from the second stimulus checks in 2020 if they receive anything at all. The amount of money you'll receive from the second stimulus check from government largely depends on your adjusted gross income, or AGI. IRS.gov defines the adjusted gross income, AGI, as gross income minus adjustments like educator expenses, student loan interest, alimony payments, or contributions to a retirement account. An adjusted gross income example would be if you have an income of $90,000 per year, but made $6,000 worth of contributions to a retirement account like a Roth IRA, then your adjusted gross income would be $84,000. This second stimulus check from government will work much like the $1,200 stimulus check people received from the CARES Act. Single people with no children with an adjusted gross income, AGI, of up to $75,000 will receive the whole $600 stimulus check. Similarly, married couples with no children with an adjusted gross income, AGI, of up to $150,000 will receive $1,200. From there, the amount received decreases by $5 for every $100 earned over the income thresholds. So a single person with no children and an adjusted gross income, AGI, of $80,000 will receive $350 as their second stimulus check in 2020. In another example, a married couple with no children and an adjusted gross income of $170,000 would receive $200 as their second stimulus check from government. The income limit for the $600 stimulus check is an adjusted gross income of $87,000 for single people and $174,000 for married couples. One of the key differences between the second stimulus check from government and the first is that where the CARES Act gave parents $500 for each dependent child under 17 years old, this time each dependent child under 17 will receive a $600 stimulus check. Unfortunately, much like the CARES Act, this leaves out adult-dependent children like older high school students and college students. Another change from the CARES Act would be how Social Security recipients' payments are handled. One of the big problems with the first stimulus check was that Americans who don't file tax returns, like Social Security recipients, Supplemental Security Income recipients, Railroad Retirement Board beneficiaries, and Veteran Administration beneficiaries, had to wait weeks or months to receive their checks. This time around, those recipients will receive their $600 stimulus check automatically. What else is in the relief package? It's important to know that the entire $900 billion economic relief package will not be distributed in the form of stimulus checks to Americans. Much of it will go toward bolstering additional stimulus benefits. For example, over 30% of the relief package will be used to add another $284 billion to the Paycheck Protection Program. An additional $20 billion will be used to support economic injury disaster loans for businesses in low-income communities. Another $15 billion will be spent on bolstering cultural institutions, independent movie theaters, and live venues as they've been very severely hit by the illness. Perhaps most importantly, the economic relief package will provide an extra $300 per week in unemployment aid, meaning that unemployed Americans can receive their state unemployment benefit plus an additional $300 per week in federal unemployment benefits through March 14, 2021. New developments with the second stimulus check from government. Here's a bit of extra news about the second stimulus check from government that you won't get from other videos that were released before this one. President Trump posted a video on Twitter calling the $600 stimulus check ridiculously low and asking that Congress send him a bill that would give Americans a $2,000 stimulus check, as well as remove what he described as wasteful spending and much more. This might not all be good news, as if President Trump does refuse to sign the bill, the government will shut down on Tuesday, December 29th. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi tweeted her support for the idea, adding that congressional Democrats would enthusiastically return to the Capitol to approve a bill that would give Americans a $2,000 stimulus check. Another obstacle that makes the possibility of a $2,000 stimulus check unlikely is that Senate Republicans would need to pass the measure unanimously as well. The original bill passed in the Senate by a margin of 92-6, with Republicans insisting on keeping the economic relief package under $1 trillion. It seems that President Trump's request will put the final tally on the relief package at an uncomfortably high amount for Republicans. Republicans may be skittish about spending $1 trillion or more in economic relief for a good reason. It's important to remember that this money will have to be created out of thin air by the Federal Reserve. A popular quote is that the Federal Reserve is about as federal as Federal Express. This is in reference to the Federal Reserve being an independent, quasi-governmental agency. Investopedia explains that Congress has oversight of the Federal Reserve, but its decisions don't have to be ratified by any government official. When the Fed creates money, that money is a loan. The debt needs to be paid back to the Fed, and it accrues interest like any other bank debt. Additionally, the money the Fed prints reduces the buying power of each dollar in existence, causing some degree of inflation. Let me know in the comment section if you'd like me to make a video explaining the role of the Federal Reserve in the US monetary system. Well, that's my video on the second stimulus check from government. I appreciate you watching. Let me know any questions, comments, or top suggestions you have on personal finance or economics in the comments below. If you're a YouTuber or are considering starting a YouTube channel and you like my editing style, click the link in the description to get a free trial of my software. Now that you know what to expect from a second stimulus check from government, you should have enough motivation to invest. Even if all you've got left over is $100 and a sense of wonder, I'd recommend using Robinhood. It's completely free, plus if you use my link in the description, you'll get a free stock just for opening an account. Comment below and let me know what you get. Thanks again for all the support in the comment section. And a special thanks to the Royal Academy, who was our new comment section champion for this week. Check out her channel as she helps you with Disney-themed princess cosplays. Link in the description. Make sure you join the discussion for a chance to have your comment featured. I read and reply to all the comments I get. Check out these videos on your screen on how to improve your finances. If you like this video, hit the like button. It helps out a lot. Be sure to subscribe and share the video with your friends. Check the links in the description for offer information. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.